Hello, I just want to give my 2 cents on Bitcoin. I'm going to do the weekly chart, then down to the daily, 4 hour and 15-minute charts, just to have a look and see what's happening. Here we see the breakouts, all that sort of stuff, the buys, the sells, the buys, and then we see a huge indecision candle, monster indecision candle. Now what's actually happened here is we've gone all the way down and we've come up here and we've broken above that on the 10, at around about 10.9. That's on the weekly chart. We'll have a look at the daily now. You can see the monstrous amount of volume on that weekly chart too, on that big reversal candle. Okay, so here we are on the daily chart. From the beginning, gone all the way up, buys and sells, all that sort of stuff. Now, with this one here, we could do one of two things here. Well, actually one of three things really. We could, at the moment, we are in a downtrend. Simply, well, the long term is uptrend, but the midterm is downtrend. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because we've got a high, a low, a lower high, and a lower low, and still a lower high. This has not been confirmed as a trend change yet. We also see that there's an increase in selling volume on the selling, but we do see a good reversal and we do see a good bullish sign here. The test will be whether we're going to make a new high. If we make a new high and then pull back down before we take off again, that will mean that we are going into a more of a bullish turn. But another thing we could see as well is a double top here at 13,100. Nobody knows what this market's going to do. We can only play what the market does. So at this stage, I'm not entirely bullish. It does look good. It is a reversal. You could buy that. Just keep in mind that if you do buy that, there's resistance in many different places. Resistance at 12.4. There's actually resistance at 12.2, 12.4, 13.1, and 14,000. So it's got a lot of work to do before it breaks all those and beats all those up. So that's the weekly and the daily. I'll just go to the 4-hour chart now and we'll have a look at that. Also, we can see here, stochastics are coming out from oversold, which is actually a good sign. Righto, so here we are on the 4-hour chart. I'll have a look. I'll just open it up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Righto, on the 4-hour chart, you can probably see this midterm trend that I'm talking about a little bit clearer here. So we've come up, we've had a huge reversal. Now, one of the rules for selling is the biggest volume on the trend, so the entire run up on the biggest volume day usually signifies a change in trend. Now, as you can see, the volume here is the reversal of this candle here. And it's gone down. So we've come from that high, made a low, then we made a high, and then a lower low, and then so far, still a lower high. This market could do anything. It's probably not a good idea just to throw all your eggs in one basket and away you go. Think that it's going to go up and we're going to be happy days from here. As we can see, there's still, this volume candle that's just happened here, the 4-hour candle, that's a very good candle. Very good breakout, but we do see that there's still these last two red candles here, the most recent red candles, they are still a bit of a concern for the sellers. So that's the 4-hour chart there. We didn't really bounce off any major resistance down here though, at the 9.8 mark. I'm not fixed to a north position or a south position at this stage. Now, so I'll just go to the 15-minute chart and we'll have a look there. But one good thing about this is that 50, this is closed above the 50 with above average volume, but stochastics are high and we still have a lot of work to get past these two highs here. If we can break cleanly above those two highs there, say about another 1,000 points with a good close, then the next one would be 14,000. Play it the way you will. So we'll just see what happens there. Now the 15-minute chart, I'll just show you here what I've been looking at, and I'll just open this up just so you can see it clearly for those that are interested in the shorter time frames. So here we are, we've smashed it down, hit the 200, all the way back up and then broken below the 200. And then we found support here at around about the 10.6 mark. And then we've gone up there to form a high and then kind of gone sideways a little bit. But you can see how obedient the bots have been trading this thing. Like all the way along the lines here. If we look down from the left to the right, we can see all the way down here, it just touches, and you'll see along here as well, just touches as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3 exactly to the line. And also down here, coming down here, it's very, very close. And then heading up here as well. But then we came across here and I actually opened a short position, it was either here last night or here, and anyway, I got stopped out at a small loss. But you can see that we've had huge amounts of volume on the buying here. So as soon as we break through here on this one here, that was, well, it was just above here where actually I got stopped out of mine. So my short position. I'm still not convinced that we're doing the right things for an uptrend, but I'm not convinced yet. We're still in a sideways down. I'll show you why I'm not convinced, or one of the reasons why I'm not convinced. Firstly, the volume's not confirming this move so far, but secondly, I'll just show you something that this is the psychology of a market cycle from Wall Street. And as you can see before, where we broke out before, there was that hope that, is it possible that we're coming back into a rally? And then there was optimism came in, and, that's when everyone started buying there. You should have been buying the breakout right back here. That was the first buy. And then going up here, and then, it's like belief. And then this is where all the mums and dads start, run around collecting the money to get in. And then we go up into this euphoria, and then we break down. We have the biggest selling volume day, usually happens around about here. And then we break down and break down. So this is where I'm thinking that we possibly are. Now, I could be completely wrong. We could actually be here. We could be down here and breaking out and then going to go sideways for a bit and, something like that anyway. Who knows? We could have just had the first leg up, go sideways, and then reach all the way up to 70,000 or something like that. I don't know. We have to play what the market tells us to do, not what we think the market is going to do. I am looking at it like we're up here, this has happened, and then we're down, and then we're kind of going sideways. I believe that at this stage we're here until we break these highs that we've got on the actual chart. Then I'll be more confident that we're going to be heading up. And then once we break this high here, I'll be all over it. This is more about protection of capital, not about risking your capital so that it takes silly losses. Like just to think, like if we are in around about here, if you are going to get back in on today's action, or sorry, yesterday's action, just be sure that you got stopped. You're protecting your capital. That's all I'm saying. Just protect your capital if you're going to get back in. It is a buy, but it's a very, very cautious buy at this stage. As I said, I'm not trusting it because we're in lower highs, lower lows, and we haven't broken out of that yet. So we could see, reversal coming out of this. But as you can see, the high there, high there, high there, and then it kind of tinkered along here before it broke out. So as soon as it broke this high here, it's actually a very good sign. It's, had a good consolidation pattern, good little consolidation pattern. And then it's broken out, and also breaking out from this downtrend line. A lot of the big investors have noticed this. Something to keep in mind, something to look at. What are we at? 11.8 at the moment. So good volume on that breakout. This is on the 4-hour chart. It's doing the right things, but I don't know. For me, I'm not convinced. I want more proof. Let's have a look at Link. 351, righto. This is on the 4-hour chart. So this is looking a little bit negative actually. So we've seen a lot of selling and the stochastics going down. We've got closed below the 8 EMA on the 4-hour chart. This is actually looking, quite negative. We could actually see this come down a little bit from here. This is going with not what we think the market's going to do, but what the market has done. So far, when it goes there, who knows how far it's going to go down for, but this is reversal here. We've got a good breakout candle there, and then we've got reversals straight after it. Now we're closing below the 8. It wouldn't surprise me if we come down and meet the 50 and use this as support somewhere around the 316 mark. That would be my first thought about where it could possibly go to. Just have a quick look at the daily, and then I'll wrap it up. On the daily doesn't really look too bad. That's 329 there. 329, so far it's been quite obedient to the 8s. It's still doing the right things, even though this is a pretty big reversal here, but we've got very weak volume on the reversal, so the sell-off wasn't that big. All right, that's it for me. I'll call it quits at that. I hope you make the right decision. I'm going to tread very cautiously with Bitcoin. I'm not totally trusting it because it looks like we're in a big long uptrend, and we've got good power and stuff like that. But it's got all the signs of a reversal. The big candle, the reversal candles, the big volume, the price action, it is all spelling reversal. That's for the big trend that we've just had going up to 14,000. Until we go up there and break that 14,000 mark, I'll trade it between here and there. But until we go up there and trade above that with good, strong closes, I'm hesitant. I wouldn't say on the edge of my seat, but I'll be watching it a lot closer. I'll have my alerts and my alarm set. Go from there. All right, that's it for me. Hope you have a good day. Talk to you soon.